Thank you all for coming today. It's an exciting day in Kenosha County. Every day great things happen, and today the ribbon cutting of this park and opening it up with these new amenities truly makes it a special part of this day in Kenosha County. The county board voted on the weather and everything concurred. That was well done.
We all agreed.
First vote, though.
That's right. So in 2008, before I got elected, I went around and had listening sessions, even without an opponent. One of the things that came up from people like Cliff Cantwell in Twin Lakes and people in Wheatland said, you know what are you going to do with KD Park? And I said, you know what we're going to do? We're going to think about that carefully, but work, because it borders on Wheatland, Twin Lakes, and Randall, and we wanted to work with them. And then I also talked to Dennis Elverman. Dennis Elverman has looked around this area and he knows this park and he has a feeling for it. Brought in Ray Arbit and some other folks and John Rudy, and I ended up getting elected. And what our mission was is try to do this with frugality to keep the amazing integrity of this park and open it up so everybody can enjoy it. And what you have today, what a postcard, huh? How about that? So we started planning 2008, 2009. We acquired more property, some of the Carroll property, and their family has been very helpful and insightful, and I'm glad, Mark, that you're happy with how it is, how it turned out.
Wonderful. It
Mark.
turned out spectacular. Spectacular.
And he's been a good partner in this whole process. With that, it's been a pleasure working with. There's a lot of people to thank for this. Dennis Elverman is key. He's been chair of the Highway and Parks Committee, been very supportive of this from the beginning. We weren't sure where each other stood on this issue, and we really come together to bring it to the next level after a lot of discussion. I want to first introduce some other supervisors. John Poole, Paddock Lake. We have Jill Gilmore from Bristol and Pleasant Prairie. Jeff Wambolt from Pleasant Prairie. Supervisor Samantha Kirkman just showed up. Another one. And we have to talk about her great efforts and supporting us from the state level.
My predecessor, Cloyd Porter.
And Cloyd Porter. And but Samantha helped on a lot of the stewardship dollars, which helped us acquire land initially, also for the additional parcel and for this roadwork project here. The DNR, where's Jim Ritchie? Boy, man, you were on speed dial with so many people, Jim. John Rudy, Matt Collins, myself, Samantha Kirkman, and Dennis Elverman. And I want to give the DNR, Jim Ritchie, and Kathy Stepp, who's really take a personal interest in a lot of the Western Park areas. Thank you for your help and financial support. With that, Dennis, I'd like you to have a few comments.
Well, I could go on for a long time about this out here.
You have to be shorter than me.
I'll be shorter.
Okay.
It all started with a conversation with Mark and I out here with the Meyer Material people, but that was way back. In the recent history, I've been at another ribbon cutting out here. 2003, Mark and I, he's got pictures where his kids were this big.
They're in college now.
They're in college, up in the old gravel pit. And as Jim said, then we had listening sessions with people, and in 2008 we had limited openings out here for the hiking trails. We used the summer youth program to do a lot of this work along with our people. And I've got hundreds of miles myself on these trails. I know some of you do too. Every night I walked with my dog. There's 4.2 miles, there's a 2.1, there's a 9, but it's just gorgeous. So in these listening sessions we heard generally from the park users, and what they said was, we asked them what they wanted it to be, and they said, leave it alone. Literally, leave it alone. Well, I think we've done that. If you drive in here, I said to Jim earlier, I said, if asphalt can be beautiful, this ride in here is gorgeous. It is just beautiful how it was laid out. We've got Oaks and Sons here that did that work. The design was gorgeous, and the people that said leave it alone, I think would be very happy. We opened this up though to people that couldn't get down in here, and just think of the people. John Peterson said, you know, I couldn't get down here with my canoe. Well, now he can. But the tranquility and the beauty of this place, when we first saw this, we said, we just can't let this go. It's just too good. And here we are today, and there's more to come. But as Jim said, little at a time, and we're happy where we are right now.
It's a great passive park. Absolutely. Absolutely, Samantha.
You know, we wouldn't be here. I know Dennis and I know Mark. I mean, Mark's known my dad and Don Schmitz, and back in the day, between the Randall and Wheatland communities as well, because people don't realize this touches both. And it's really important to our area. And my predecessor, Cloyd Porter, who isn't here today, but if it wasn't for a grant that he got back in 1999, and I worked for Cloyd back in the day, and this is when Jim was in the legislature wearing a different hat.
Yeah.
And the Joint Finance Committee had the initial dollars put forth, and Cloyd was not a man who voted for earmarks or voted for particular things, you know, but this was one that he saw great value in, and obviously I being from this Randall, he turned to me. So again, this has been a long time process. To see where it is today is really truly amazing. From back in the day when Don and Gordy West as well. I want to give some other older supervisors that are no longer with us some credit as well, because if it wasn't for their foresight and talking to Cloyd back in the day, this property wouldn't be here today in this form.
Many hands involved in this project. Thank you. Matt, Ray,
You gentlemen,
Matt, any
Matt,
comments?
if you've got any comments?
Oaks, great job, by the way.
That's what I was just going to
Great.
say. R.A. Smith, the designer. And Nick
Jim
Murphy.
Ritchie, you want to say something? Please, on behalf of the DNR.
Just,
You're check cash, so go ahead.
it's all paid. We've been really happy to be part of this project and great cooperation with the county. Funds were from the stewardship program, which is an important program to provide recreation for parks and trail development and water access. So this project has got a little bit of everything, and so we're just really happy to be part of it. So,
Thank you, Jim.
yeah.
But stay here for a second. Jim has not only been here a couple times, he's been at other parks. And when you have a go-to person who looks at what will fit and where maybe other parts, funds of money have been, he's really been wanting to help this area, knowing that we're increasing our population, and the better you can have parks, the better quality of life you have. And you've really taken it seriously. And the secretary's been down here a number of
Yes,
times,
yes.
Kathy Stepp. So again, thank you very
Thanks,
much.
Jim.
Appreciate your extra help here.
Thank you.
Ray, any thoughts? Matt, any thoughts?
Thanks to Nick Murphy and his crew. They do a fantastic job out here day in and day out. So
He's walking into new seating. Right.
What parks does Nick take care of, Ray? Matt?
covers Fox River, this park, Silver Lake, and Old Settlers of Paddock Lake, Bristol's Woods, and will help out on the east side as required.
But wherever I
Nick
need
will
it.
do whatever is asked and above and beyond what he's asked.
Those parks are immaculate because of this man right here and his team. Thank you. Wow, you're going to stay here. You're not going to run off. We're going to